The morning of January 22, 2025, began like any other at Antioch High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Students were bustling about between classes, catching up with friends and grabbing lunch in the cafeteria. However, this sense of normalcy was shattered at 11:09 a.m. when gunfire erupted, transforming a place of learning and laughter into a scene of chaos and terror. The shooter, identified as 17-year-old student Solomon Henderson, opened fire in the crowded cafeteria, fatally wounding 16-year-old student Jocelyn Correa Escalante. Another 17-year-old male student suffered a graze wound, but was thankfully treated and released from the hospital later that day. Tragically, Henderson died by suicide at the scene. The school immediately went into lockdown as panicked students and staff sought shelter and desperately tried to reach loved ones. First responders arrived swiftly, securing the area and tending to the wounded while desperately searching for a motive behind the senseless act. News of the shooting spread rapidly, sending shockwaves through the Antioch community and beyond. Parents rushed to the reunification point established at 3754 Murfreesboro Pike, their faces etched with worry and fear as they anxiously awaited news of their children's safety. In the hours and days following the shooting, investigators began piecing together the events leading up to the tragedy, desperately seeking answers to the question that plagued the community: why? A chilling discovery provided some insight into the troubled mind of the shooter. Police uncovered a disturbing 300-page document connected to Henderson, revealing a deeply disturbed individual consumed by hatred and violence. The document contained disturbing content, including alt-right and incel ideology, praise for Adolf Hitler, and graphic images from past school shootings. It became horrifyingly clear that Henderson had been planning this act for some time, even outlining his desire to kill at least 10 people. The document also revealed Henderson's initial plan to target an elementary school teacher, a plan he ultimately abandoned in favor of attacking his own school. Perhaps most disturbingly, Henderson partially live-streamed the shooting on the platform Kick, showing himself walking through school hallways and attempting to open locked classroom doors. The video, a horrifying testament to the reach and influence of online platforms, was quickly removed by Kick, and the account was banned. However, the fact that such content could be so easily shared sent chills down the spines of parents and educators alike. This discovery ignited a firestorm of debate surrounding the role of online platforms in perpetuating violence and the urgent need for greater content moderation. It also raised questions about whether anyone in Henderson's online network had witnessed warning signs, and whether this tragedy could have been prevented. The Antioch community, reeling from the shock and grief of the shooting, came together in a powerful display of unity and support. Local and state officials expressed their condolences and pledged their commitment to providing resources and support to those affected. Antioch High School, transformed into a stark reminder of the tragedy, remained closed for the rest of the week as students, teachers, and staff grappled with the emotional aftermath. A community vigil held at Hamilton United Methodist Church in Antioch provided a space for collective mourning and healing. Hundreds gathered to remember Jocelyn Correa Escalante, offering prayers, sharing memories, and finding comfort in shared grief. The outpouring of support extended beyond the walls of the church, with local businesses and community organizations offering counseling services, meals, and other forms of assistance. The shooting also reignited the debate over gun safety legislation, a conversation that has become tragically commonplace in the United States. Advocates renewed their calls for stricter gun control measures, arguing that such tragedies are preventable and that inaction is simply unacceptable. They demanded action from lawmakers, urging them to prioritize the lives of children over the influence of powerful gun lobby groups. The tragedy at Antioch High School, while shocking, is a horrifying reminder of the epidemic of gun violence plaguing the United States. It underscores the urgent need for a multifaceted approach to addressing this crisis, one that encompasses not only stricter gun control measures but also increased mental health resources and a greater focus on identifying and addressing warning signs in at-risk youth. As the Antioch community continues to mourn the loss of Jocelyn Correa Escalante and support the injured student and their families, there is a glimmer of hope amidst the grief. The shooting has sparked a renewed sense of urgency and determination to create a safer future for all children. It is a call to action for lawmakers, educators, parents, and community members to work together to prevent such tragedies from happening again. While the investigation into the Antioch High School shooting is ongoing, the search for answers must not overshadow the very real and human cost of this tragedy. The memory of Jocelyn Correa Escalante will forever be etched in the hearts of those who knew and loved her, a reminder of the preciousness of life and the devastating impact of gun violence. As the community grieves, it also looks to the future, determined to honor her memory by creating a world where such senseless acts of violence are a thing of the past.